Ever feel like escaping to like a whole other world?
Yeah, who doesn't? Especially these days.
Right. But what about one inside a game you already love? Or maybe one you're about to. And get this, Diablo 4, which by the way is huge right now. They're totally switching things up with this new DLC. We're talking Vessel of Hatred.
I've heard whispers, jungle action, right?
You heard right.
Yeah.
So we're going deep on this one, pulling all the intel from a recent Variety article, to see if Vessel of Hatred is worth downloading. You with me?
Let's do it. Jungle Adventures in Diablo. I'm in.
All right, so first off, Variety makes it clear this is not your typical Diablo vibe. They're swapping out that gothic gloom for a full-on Nahan 2 jungle setting.
Interesting. So think like lush greens, ancient ruins, that kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, and probably a ton of danger hiding around every corner. Got to have that Diablo danger. What do you think about this whole setting shift, though? Is it going to work?
I think it's a smart move. You see this trend in game design a lot. These palette cleansers, giving players a kind of refresh inside a world they're already invested in.
Okay, I like that. Palette cleanser.
Yeah, like look at The Witcher 3, right?
Yeah.
That Tucson region, total contrast, right? Totally vibrant compared to, some of the other areas in the game, and it worked.
So you're thinking Vessel of Hatred with this Nahan 2 place could be that same kind of deal?
Could be just what players need to keep things exciting, combat that fatigue,
Keep it fresh? Speaking of fresh, get this. Variety teases some of the new baddies we'll be facing, and let me tell you, they sound creepy, like really creepy.
Oh, yeah.
What are we doing?
We're talking monstrous insects, corrupted humanoids, shudder-inducing stuff.
Makes sense, though, right? I mean, jungles,
Yeah,
they just lend themselves to that kind of creepy vibe.
true.
Always been a breeding ground for, like, myths and monsters. I mean, think about it. The Amazon, the Congo, all those stories, right? It's primal.
No argument there. Okay, but let's shift gears to something a little less crawly. The new class.
Hit me.
Variety gave us the lowdown on the Spiritborn, and here's the kicker. They can tap into the power of ancient jungle warriors. How cool is that?
That's cool and all, but how's it translate into actual gameplay? What did Variety say about their abilities?
Well, they mentioned spectral weapons and jungle poisons, which already sounds kind of awesome.
It does. Big question is, what role will they fill? Support or more of a damage-dealing class? Right, like could this be what Diablo 4 needs to balance things out? Lots of questions, not a lot of answers yet.
Exactly. Listeners, if you find out, let us know.
Definitely. Now, what better place to test out a new class than a brand new dungeon?
Always a good time for a new dungeon crawl. What's this one about?
Well, Variety mentioned this new endgame dungeon, and get this, it's designed specifically for co-op play.
Ah, so grab a friend or two. Smart move on their part. Co-op dungeon crawlers never get old.
It's true.
Yeah.
What is it about them? Is it the challenge, the teamwork?
All of that. That feeling when you finally take down a boss together, nothing like it. Plus, bragging rights, obviously.
Of course, bragging rights are essential. Okay, well, let's get down to brass tacks here. Downloading Vessel of Hatred, should you do it? The big question. Well, there are a few options. 3 editions, to be exact.
All right, lay it on me.
Okay, so you've got your standard edition. That'll run you $39.99. Pretty standard.
Makes sense. What about the deluxe edition? What's so deluxe about it?
Deluxe gets you some sweet extras, armor, skins, even a pet. Because who doesn't love a good in-game pet? All that for $59.99.
Not bad, not bad. And for the high rollers, I'm guessing there's an Ultimate Edition.
You know it. Ultimate Edition is the VIP treatment. We're talking in-game currency, some extra perks, the whole shebang. All yours for $89.99.
So, for someone trying to decide between these, what would you say gives the most bang for your buck?
Honestly, they're all pretty good deals, depending on what you're looking for.
True.
Like, standard's great if you're on a budget. You still get the core experience, the jungle, the whole deal, but...
But those deluxe extras are tempting, especially for the fashion-conscious gamer.
Exactly. Gotta look good while you're battling those jungle monsters, right?
Absolutely. And Ultimate. Well, that's for the serious Diablo devotee. Those extra perks can be game changers if you really want to dominate.
So true. Tough decisions. But whatever you choose, just remember, Vessel of Hatred officially drops on October 8th. Be ready.
Big day. It'll be interesting to see what impact this has on the Diablo community. Think this expansion will be enough to pull back players who maybe drifted away, or is this really geared more towards the diehards?
That's a great question. It could go either way, right? Maybe it'll even bring in a whole new wave of players.
Imagine that. A whole new generation of Diablo fans ready to brave the Nahan 2 jungle.
I love it. All right, well, on that note, we'll leave you with that thought. Will Vessel of Hatred breathe new life into Diablo 4, or just stoke the fires for those already under its spell? Only time will tell.